Hello, James. I'm your host, Honey, and today we are thrilled to welcome a very special person who is reshaping the way brands and influencers are collaborating in the digital age. Jason Hathaway has taken a bold step into innovating a very famous platform. It is not just a tool, it's a platform that is empowering influencers and brands to work authentically and deliver work and results that matter. Let's dive into the story behind the visionary behind the game and the game-changing idea. Welcome, Jason.
Good afternoon, honey. How are you?
Good. How are
Well, I
you?
certainly don't feel worthy of that introduction. Really, I feel like I've sort of you've stepped it up. That I may need to sort of present something to meet that kind of introduction.
Yeah. So you can give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Yes, of course, no problem at all. So those who don't know, my name is Jason Hathaway. I'm the CEO of Tech Juice.
Yeah.
Tech Juice is the holding company, the umbrella brand. For a number of brands, one of which I think we're talking about today is Social Gems.
Yeah.
An idea that came to me here in Uganda itself, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've probably got a question onto that, which I can elaborate.
Yeah, I have a few questions for you, and I would love to know what inspired the creation of the platform.
Yeah.
Social
Okay.
Gems. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting story actually. It started the actual idea or the seed of the idea. Although I think when you form an idea, it's fair to say that there's lots of things that led to that or experiences that kind of came with that seed of the idea.
Yeah.
Was actually sitting with someone you know very well, Eve.
Yeah.
In a bar where Eve and I would often sit, and we were looking at our followings. I don't have many followers on Instagram, which is quite embarrassing considering the purpose of this app, and she had a lot. But she didn't seem to be utilising them. I know she's got sort of background in DJing, etc., but it seemed to be kind of wasted followers in that sense. There was a sort of goodwill attached, and I thought, wow, I bet there's a lot of people out there with a lot of followers. It might be that they are trying to promote themselves in a very specific way, or it might be they're just very sociable people. But those followers and that kind of goodwill attached to the followers, so, people, particularly their friends, etc., is very, very valuable. And obviously, those that know their stuff, influencers that may have very significant followers, they understand that value. They are professionals in the sort of extracting the value out there. But there's a lot of people that don't necessarily see it as valuable. But they might, for example, go to a restaurant, and we've all seen it, haven't we? When you get your food presented, you take a photograph, you post it on Facebook or whatever it might be, or Instagram, and there's a value to that, okay? So I thought, well, I run a technology company, and there seems to me an opportunity here to take all that activity, all that goodwill people have built up, and turn that into a platform that enables, say, a small business owner, and in my head, I'll be honest, it was a sort of small businesses, gaining access to what is already happening, what is already out there, and actually creating a business out of it, creating a platform out of it. And that's one of the things that I think is so exciting about technology, because you can, particularly if you're involved in the technology sector, you can sit there and come up with these kind of ideas, and then many months later, Social Gems is born, and to kind of sort of top the story off in a really nice way. The person leading that is the person that was the inspiration for the idea, Eve.
Amazing. Shout out to Eve.
Shout out to Eve.
My next one is going to be, how do you see influencer marketing evolving in the next few years?
Well, I think we are going to change the game. Okay, and I believe we're going to change the game because what we're doing is we are leveling the playing field. That's what technology does. It levels the playing field. So at the moment, the ability of an influencer to sort of gain traction is obviously based on their followers, but it's also based on the vested interest of the agencies and the representatives, etc., who are I guess are the gatekeepers to the market, okay, and they are negotiating and setting value and setting price, and they're determining that based on what is important to them. Obviously, that commission, etc. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not having a go at that. But that's the way the market is. That's the traditional setup of the market. What we're doing is we're creating a platform that levels that. Almost sets its own markets, and creates access in a really simple, formulaic way. And that is the beauty of technology. It is our ethos tech is creating opportunity through technology, and we are doing that.
Yes,
but we're also creating accessibility through technology. And so if I'm a small without question, if I'm a small business owner at the moment, I'd probably be a bit terrified of approaching an influencer. They're quite cool people.
And
scary people. They might be expensive. I don't really understand social media, blah blah blah, etc. etc. But the power, we've seen it, haven't we? We've seen how powerful, an influencer, a really good influencer, can really open up your brand, grow your business, etc. So we're now saying to that person, look, for a very small price, in a really simplistic way, you can have the power of these people at whatever level at the click of a button. That's pretty good,
right?
Just like that. We're changing the game, Anifa. We're changing the game.
Yes, we are. If you could describe this app or platform in 3 words.
In 3 words? Connect, inspire, glow. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Well trained. I didn't expect that question either. So there you go.
Amazing.
And it's true, I love that term. Connect. It is all about connect. It is all about, we are looking to inspire, and I think influencers and the social media world inspires and glow.
And inspired, you glow.
Social gems glow, obviously gems, but also influencers glow. The whole point is to stand out for the crowd.
Amazing.
So connect, inspire, glow.
Amazing. So you're an innovator and you have a technology firm. So how would you advise a person trying to innovate in technology?
I think do you know what? I think that with technology now, and particularly with AI and most things, is people get terrified of technology, But at the end of the day, I think the real way to approach innovation and technology is to understand that there is a user, there is a customer, And so what this platform does, being an app or whatever it might be, it makes that user, that customer experience and ability to connect to that brand or buy that product or whatever easier. So you've got to innovate in technology. You've got to understand that there's a person. Persons have emotions. Persons have feelings. They have things that are important to them. And you build something that meets and inspires and attracts and extracts those emotions. And we've seen that in loads of different ways, in technology. And I think now in particular, with AI and the way that that's going, the way that we can create a journey through technology that is dependent on what people input, so they make much more control. So the moment we build something and we say, this is your journey, now as we're building stuff, people can actually determine that journey. So I'd say to people in technology, you don't have to be a techie, you don't have to be a coder, you don't have to be someone who understands. What you have to be is someone who understands products, understands the buying experience, and understands people's emotions. And if you get all that, then you can build something that works, that's successful.
That advice. That's amazing. So Jason, Mr. Jason Hathaway, you're new to this country and you're developing all these projects and like platforms, which is
been very busy.
Very busy and booked. So I'd love to know the challenges you've come across developing such platforms and moving here, trying to make changes and impact people in a very positive way.
I tell you what, I love Uganda. So, sort of take this, and I can say I love Uganda because, I'm in a very fortunate position in that I can live anywhere in the world. And I don't need to be here really because my developers are here. So I'm here because I love it. And I really, really love it, But there is, without question, a different culture, And there is a different approach to business, a different approach to work, a different approach to way of being. And I've made some terrible mistakes. I think I'm quite a softie. I can be a bit sort of easily moved in a particular direction, etc. Because I came from the UK, and I very much believe in sort of positive approach, positive thinking, positive culture, and I think that my team get that. But it's you balancing that between being really positive and a culture that probably existed here before I arrived. I'm not saying I've changed it, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, but the culture, which was a bit more kind of dictatorial. You will do this, you must turn up at this time. Whereas I'm kind of like, you're brilliant and we're going to get the best out of you. And I think, and I'm not the only one that does that, but I think, and I want to keep doing that. I don't want to change as a person, but I've got to do that in a way that makes people realise that it doesn't mean I'm weak or that I'm easy busy or whatever, that I'm not focused on business, it means that I believe in talent. And talent is the thing that really excites me in the best way possible. And I want to learn, and I am learning the way to stay true to my values, but get the outcome in an environment that's slightly different to what I'm used to back home.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
And one thing I really like about you, Mr. Jason, is you're willing to learn from everyone. Like, you know you're smart, but you always make everyone feel special, and like you're willing to learn because you believe in them. That's really amazing. Yeah.
Well, I think smart people, I don't, it's very kind of you to say that I'm smart, but I do think that the job of a leader, and I believe this, and the job of an entrepreneur, is to build a team around you of people that are better than you, give them the tools to succeed, and the vision to drive forward to. And that's all I have to do.
Amazing. So you are building this platform here in Uganda.
We are indeed, yes.
Here in Uganda.
Yes.
How did you come across these developers? Because most people think making or creating such a big platform, you have to like fly out developers from other countries that are, you know, more
and they're surprised that there are
that.
techies in Africa. And
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how would you advise someone who also now believes they can find developers here and they can build a very big thing in their country for their home?
Well, but let's bear in mind, first of all, that this is Social Gems Africa.
Yeah.
So it's right that it is built here, and the market and the way that we are approaching it is in Africa, okay?
Yeah.
Which is where I've got people like yourself and the team who are far better, far more knowledgeable on what the African culture, the African economy needs and wants, okay? So that's why it's built. But I was fortunate in the sense that we were already based here. We had some other projects going on, which are still going on, so I had some familiarity with the techies here. And to be honest, because I absolutely love it, because you guys are so bloody brilliant, there was no question of doing this or looking anywhere else to do it anywhere else. And it was inspired here. And one of the things that I'm going to love is that this is a product that I think will absolutely smash the market that's for Africa, built in Africa. And quite often you are presented, as we are in the UK, with the American version of what we should be, okay? And that's because those guys are good at what they do, This is going to be African, built by Africans, and delivered to Africans. And that's quite exciting. And when I say that, I'm so absorbed in this place now, I think of myself as Ugandan. In fact, the last time I came here, I didn't even bother applying for a visa because I was like, why do I need a visa to get in? And then I realised that a day before, because it's like my home, going back home. And I actually have to keep reminding myself that I actually am a foreigner and British, but hopefully one day that might change.
No,
but absolutely. But I feel very much part of it.
We should give you a Ugandan name already.
You should do, definitely. I'm looking forward to the tribe that's going to adopt me, really. I'm now trying to decide what is the best tribe based on the kind of payments I have to make, etc. But
we'll find that.
You will have to find one. Absolutely.
So I want to know what's next for your team and the platform.
Well, I don't know. I probably should put that question to you guys, really. I think so. We are very soon to launch, which is really exciting. I saw it on, I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday when we did the sort of demo presentation. Eve and I were up until sort of 3-4 o'clock in the morning, hence the sort of tired face discussing the project. And that, you know what, that's the brilliant thing really is that everybody in the team just, it lives it so much. So I think what is next is that we've got to stop changing it, because it's tempting to keep changing it. And in fact, I came out to say, and just say, okay, we're going to go with this, and launch it. So there'll be a bit of testing. I'm guessing we'll launch around January. I'm looking at you with a nod or not. I guess the real boss will tell us whether she's going to launch it around January. And then I don't know, even though you believe in something so much, there is a bit of, is it going to go? Did we get it right? Did we get the concept right? But I think we're going to smash it. I've showed it to a few people,
if
and they're like, wow.
Scare you, then it's not big
enough. No, that's what I'm saying. You have to, I think everybody that launches something is going to be. And then we've got to do a lot of marketing, and a lot of these things. Hopefully better interviews with better people than me. They're getting out there and stuff, But yeah, just get ourselves out there and smash it. Definitely.
But you're the visionary behind the idea, so it really means.
You are saying very nice things, and I feel like it lifts me up, even though I'm a very short person.
Because it's his idea.
Thank you so much. It's very, very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Well, I'm done with the questions today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us and joining us today.
Brilliant.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on all our social media